Don Winslow of the Navy. Don and Red, back from the battle areas of the South Pacific, find their furlough interrupted by one of their most exciting and mystifying cases. It looks like the work of Don Winslow's pre-war enemy, the Scorpion. But is it? Return of the Scorpion. A conference of ship line owners in Admiral Colby's office.
Gentlemen, the Navy will accept your bids on a cruiser which has been outmoded. The guns have been removed and the highest bidder will be able to get the ship in shape for peacetime use as an ocean liner. Drop your bids in the box, men. The highest bidder will be notified.
That night, at the home of Wendell Richards, one of the bidders.
For the last time, are you going to withdraw your bid for that ship?
This is a free country. I won't withdraw it.
Sure, it's a free country. You're free to die.
Several days later in Admiral Colby's office.
This is terrible, sir. In the past 2 days, 3 of the 6 bidders for the cruiser have been killed.
This has gone far enough. Call Don Winslow and Red Pennington.
A short time later.
And of the remaining 3 bidders, 1 is withdrawn and he is too terrified to say why.
What about the 2 who are left?
They are Mr. Spade and Mr. Diamond, who both represent new companies. We've investigated them both thoroughly and find them okay.
We might as well award the ship to the highest bidder before these 2 men are frightened off. Anson, get Mr. Spade on the phone. Mr. Spade, we are accepting your bid for the ship. You can send a crew down to pick it up.
Tell them not to mention this to anyone. I want to keep it quiet until I finish my investigation.
And on the other end of the phone.
Thank you very much, Admiral. I understand. I won't breathe a word of this until you say I may.
Meanwhile, in the file room.
It's only a wild hunch, Red, but this looks like the work of the Scorpion.
Scorpion? Gee, Don, I hope you're wrong. It won't be any pleasure to get mixed up with that clever fiend again. Remember the last time we tangled with him? It was almost our finish, but we haven't heard from the Scorpion since.
And that's just why I want to check the records on that last case. Maybe it'll throw some new light on what might have happened to the Scorpion. Let's pick it up from the point where he had us tied up.
It was in a cave in the Rio Grande Valley.
That's right, Winslow. I'm going to poison the Rio Grande River. All the livestock and plant life will perish. There will be a famine when the people leave, and I will take over. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. I'll be back later to see that you get a more interesting death than just mere poisoning, and you can shout all you like. No one can hear you down here.
Roll over to me, son. We've got to work fast.
I can still remember how you bit through those ropes to free my hands.
Yes, I worked like a beaver. There he is. We've got to get him before he puts the poison in the water.
A well-aimed rock delays the Scorpion's plan.
Winslow, it won't do you any good. I have plenty more poison in here.
Head for that dynamite plunger, Red. It's our only chance.
Stop, you fools! If you press that plunger, we'll all be killed.
We don't speak the same language. I'd sooner give up my life than let you carry out your fiendish plan.
Ditto that for me.
Wait, Winslow. Let's talk this over.
So long, Red.
Goodbye, Don.
But fate takes a hand.
If this is heaven, then where are my wings?
Wings won't do you any good here. You'll have to crawl out.
That sure was a close call.
Let's get back to Admiral Colby.
The Scorpion? Bah, he's dead. You and Red put an end to him in the Rio Grande.
But you forget, sir, how many other times we thought he was dead, and he always turned up.
I'd like permission to follow up my hunch, sir.
All right, but it's a waste of time.
But at that moment.
Hold everything, Admiral Colby. We were tapping the wires of all bidders for clues, and we just heard Mr. Spade calling Mr. Diamond.
But he was told to keep it a secret.
That's odd. His calling the losing bidder. What did he say?
He said, well, we put it over, we got the ship. I'll meet you at 8 o'clock tonight at the Snark Hotel, room 616.
Snark Hotel? That's a real dive.
Those are our murderers. There goes your hunch about the Scorpion, Don.
I guess you're right, sir. We'll be at the Snark Hotel at 8 tonight.
That night.
Here's the Snark Hotel. It's a real dump.
Look, someone's sneaking down the fire escape.
He's probably just a deadbeat, trying to skip without paying his bill.
We can't overlook any possible lead. Let's question him.
Hey, wait up! We just want to talk to you!
Come on, Red. He won't stop. Sit down and stay a while. We want to talk to you.
But he won't talk.
It's no use, Don. He won't talk.
Then let's take him up to room 616 and see if he fits into the picture.
No one seems to answer. Maybe they're playing possum.
Get ready, Red. We're breaking in.
No wonder they didn't answer. Spade and Diamond are dead.
What's this? There's no signature, Red. To Mr. Spade and Mr. Diamond. Subject: Instructions for obtaining Navy cruiser. You will each form a steamship company and put in bids for Navy cruiser. Another member will take care of all competition. You two will pretend not to know each other. This looks bad for you, mister. If you know anything about this, you better talk now. Murder is serious business.
But the suspect remains silent.
All right. Maybe you prefer talking to the FBI. Quick, Don. He broke away.
I'll never talk.
He committed suicide rather than talk. He's either very loyal to his leader or afraid of him. Let's get downstairs and see if he has any papers on him.
That's a 6th floor drop. What a ghastly sight.
He has no identification on him.
Let's get back to headquarters.
We'll send someone to take care of the body.
Don and Red repeat the story to Admiral Colby.
Evidently, Spade and Diamond were no longer useful to the gang, so the leader had them killed.
Well, we'll be able to round up part of the gang when they come pick up the ship.
But that wouldn't get us any closer to the leader, sir. I suggest you let them take out the ship, sir.
But we can't take a chance of letting the ship fall into the wrong hands.
But, sir, that will be the best way to trace the leader. The crew will probably lead us right to him.
All right, Don. But if anything goes wrong, I'm going to be in an awful predicament.
We won't let you down, sir, and I'll stake my reputation that the Scorpion is involved here somehow.
Is Don Winslow sticking his neck out? Is the Scorpion still alive? If he is he behind the nefarious plot? Read on and find out.